Uh, okay, so far, like we have completed human anatomy in modeling and we have done the advanced modeling also. I want you to focus a bit more on, character models. Okay. So that you can start working on at least modeling showreel. Okay. So that you'll be job ready. So that's the first thing. And before that, we have, started working on some of the game set designing. That's completely like an end to end. We have start from the scratch. We have done a model, then texture, then did lighting and all. So try to create some 2 to 3 scenes, okay, in that, so that that will be an add-on, okay, for your showreel. So I think you guys are aware of how does a texture work, how does a lighting work in this particular environment, and today I'm gonna show you few of the additional stuffs which we can create a different type of output, like with the help of shading, especially in the texturing, just um, with some of the nodes, rendering nodes which are available in Maya. So when I go to Hypershade, there are different sort of materials are there. Um, Okay, and since this is a node-based program, Maya is a node-based program. So many things are there. Okay, so we'll see few of the stuffs from here. Hey, MD, how are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
I'm good, man. Thanks. Okay, so like modeling part and all has been completed. We have done texturing, lighting in game set designing part. These are some of the additional stuffs which I'm showing. I'll be showing for this for like I think 2 to 3 more sessions, like some varieties. So later that like we'll like get into module 4, which is rigging, then 5 animation. So that's where we spend a lot of time rigging and animation. Okay. Post rigging and animation, you have some of the dynamics, means VFX stuff in Maya. So that we will do. Okay. But in the meantime, anyhow, like you guys have the SEM for um, theory materials, study materials. So that's for you all, to go through the study material. Otherwise, I need to open the same PPT here. I need to just give a walkthrough of it. So that anyhow you guys can do. So rather than that, like it's always better to do more and more practical stuff. Okay. Um, Today I'm gonna create something like a snake texture or a monster texture or a beast texture. For example, if you have seen Fantastic Four, there's a stone character is there. Ha- Have I have I done that in SEM3 for you? Beast texture, like a
No,
snake.
sir.
Okay, great. We'll do now. Sometimes, like in SEM3 also, I have taken advanced sessions also. I was just checking. Okay, first thing, let me just take my character anatomy. Or else I'll take face only. Okay, this is a character, right, which we have done. It's a face model. So what I'll do, first thing file save as, I'll come outside. So here, um, this texture under 3D textures. Okay, so I have a character, now. So first thing what I'll do, from modeling team, when it goes to a texturing artist, make sure the model has to be cleaned. Okay, I'll not delete history since already I've done a smooth. If I want to go back, okay, divisions I have to make it 0 and continuity 0, division 0. That's how it is. You need to select the characters and make the division 0. So Vaibhanga, I have seen your character. I think it's coming, along. So make sure, like these areas are a bit curvy. When you see the character from all the angle, it's a bit curvy. Just maintain those things. That's it. Okay. Now for this, anyhow, I'll do smoothing part. Then after that, what I do is, um, okay. So I'll go I'll go to rendering editors, which is where it is. I opened here. Yeah, rendering editors. Okay. So first thing, let me take another plane. Okay. Let me close this for the time being now. Anyhow, I'm able to see the details over here in the attribute editor. So I'm taking a blend. I can just change this as a beast texture. Beast texture. Sorry, this is, I need to do it here. Okay. This is a shade part, but this is my material. So what I'll do for this character, let me apply assign material to the viewport selection. I have applied beast. Okay. So in the meantime, what I'll do, I'll just go for IPR. What does IPR stands for? You'll get these things in your exams, man. These questions. What is IPR? Any idea? By Bonga MD. So mute yourself, guys. If you don't know, you can clearly tell. If you don't know that. IPR. What does IPR stands for?
Interactive photo.
Yes, MD, very good. It is interactive photorealistic rendering. Okay, so you may get these things in the exam. These such questions, IPR. Okay, and how many lights are there in Maya? What are the types of light and what are the attributes of light? Similarly with the texture, the only texture which doesn't have reflection or reflective capacity is Lambert. Okay, so anyhow, now we are using. Blend and I do an IPR. Okay, currently it is in Arnold. What I'll do, I'll just change this, from Arnold to, I would like to change this from Arnold to Maya software. Let me do that. Oh, it is loading. I don't know for what. Okay, I change this to Maya software. Okay, and I go for an IPR. So when I do that, this is what you are getting. So I just select this region. Okay. So it's like, frame by frame, it's gonna check. So now, beast texture I have, right? Now I'll go to 3D textures. Let us, like explore few of the 3D texture. Here, one of our texture called leather. There's a texture called leather. I select this leather and you can see the leather texture over here. Okay, this is a light part. I don't want that. Okay, now see, this is a leather texture. Leather texture comes with a the placement of 3D texture. This is a supporting node for the leather texture. And if you can see leather texture, Okay, let me just. Okay, now this leather texture comes with two things. One is cell color, another is crease color. So what I have to do is click on this blend material, drag and drop this leather texture to color of this one. Okay, now see what happens. The color is getting changed of this particular character. Right, now click on the leather texture. Okay, and here first thing, okay, just observe what are the parameters are there here. You have cell color, which is, you can see brown here. You have crease color, which is dark brown. I can make it a bit darker. That's okay. Now you see things, you get to see something like this. Okay, then cell size and density. Cell size is really important. This matters a lot. Instead of 0.5, I make it 3 so that you see the character which is looking like this. Okay, now you can clearly identify what is the color of the cell and what is the color of the crease. Okay, so density is nothing but the population of these cells. So if I reduce this, you can see barely it is visible. Okay, something like this. And this is the structure which, or the color schemes which is used in even the characters of Avatar movie. Let's say, for example, I change the cell color of Avatar movie, to, okay, this is a cell color I'm talking about. Yeah, crease color I need to make it, which is like this, and cell color for them, it's pretty much something like this, right? Or it's even lighter. This is how it is. This is how, like it looks, but we need to work on the texture part. Okay, but so the purpose I showed you, that's because of density. So when you increase density, this is how something it looks. So spottiness and randomness. Spottiness is nothing but, definition of this. Spottings and randomness is nothing but the randomness is 0.5. So if I make it 1, this is too much random. If I make it 0, this is so precise, which we don't want like that. So randomness, I just give 0.5, 0.5. So things, like we have something like this. So now I am gonna make a note that what I have changed from the original value. Original value, I have changed only cell size. It was 0.5. I changed this to 3. Now, what I'll do, wherever the cell color is there, I want two different color. Means, see, everywhere the cell color is this light color, right? So there is a checker box. Click on the checker box. So here I'm gonna take one more 3D texture instead of white. See, already in the cell color there is a white. Here I click on the checker box. I get another the render node opened. I'm gonna pick another 3D texture called stucco. Okay, stucco. I'll tell you what is the property of stucco. Main thing, stucco carries two different color and it merge, means there's something called shaker. Shaker means it's gonna mix two color well. Okay, see like this. So what I do for this is channel 1 I'm gonna make it green, channel 2 dark green, so that variation I'm gonna give. Why I'm doing this is because, see, you just check your skin tone only. Your skin color is not the same throughout your body, means there is a variation, lighter tone, darker tone, means there is a variation of the color. So for that purpose I'm going with green. For cell, for the channel 1 I take a color something like this. For channel 2 I take the same color but I make it bit lighter or bit darker, a bit. Okay, so if you notice here what happens, two different color, right? See, the same means it's the same green, but there is a lighter tone and a darker tone. Okay, so what happens when we do something like this? It gives bit depth. Okay, it creates a depth. Now I come back. Now you have crease color. Okay, now in the place of crease color, click on this texture box, means render node. Again, I'm gonna pick another 3D texture called solid fractal. There is another 3D texture called solid fractal. So I'm picking solid fractal so that my character looks something like this. So now, what is this solid fractal? What I can do with this? So simple thing, solid fractal, again, it brings that noise sort of output. Okay, some sort of threshold will be there in this. So I'm not going to change any of the values here, just only color balance. There are two things, color gain and color offset. I want to give that skin tone feeling, so bit dusky I'll give, which is brown. Okay, that too. Okay, I give. Okay, color gain has to be lighter brown. Color offset has to be darker brown. Okay, so this is how it looks. Lighter brown and darker brown. See? Okay, this is how the character looks. Any doubts up to here by Wonga MD?
Still following, sir.
Okay. Okay, now let's do the next. We'll go to the next process. So now this is a beast texture, right? If I right click and go to graph network, you get to see something like this. See, this is a beast texture. For beast texture color, we have applied leather. For leather, there are two things under color. So for that, cell and crease is there. For cell, we have added stucco. For crease, we have added solid fractal. And this is a supporting node channel for the leather, right? This is how it is. Okay, just give me a sec. Okay, the next step, what I'll do is I need to bring this cells out. Okay, so for that, what I'll do in the same area here, I'm gonna take one more leather. Okay, one more leather. I have one leather which is of leather color, and this will be okay. What I'll do is you have leather, right? Okay, which is a beast texture. This is a material. This is a leather underscore color. Okay. Now what I'll do, you have I have taken one more leather, double click, underscore bump. This is called bump, leather bump. So first thing what I have to do is, out of these two leather, select the color leather. See what are the values we have given. Make sure same values you have to give for bump also. I'll select both. Now tell me what is the difference in this? In color and bump. What is the difference? Major difference? What is the difference, guys?
Sorry, sir. Can you repeat your question, sir?
What is the major difference between color and bump here? This is also leather color. This is also leather. Both of them are 3D texture. What is the difference between these two? Excluding color. It is cell size, right? Cell size. Everything is same. See, observe cell size in a default leather. One another texture which I have taken, that is 0.5. Whereas in the color, we changed this to 3. So now what we have to do is the bump leather which I have taken, right, in the new one. This I need to change the cell size to 3 because I need to match my leather bump to leather color, means the values. Then we need to play with the color. So I'm selecting this leather bump. Cell color, I want the cell to come out. So it should be white color. And the cell to come out, right? It should be white in color. Crease color, I want the crease to stay there on the skin, but the cell has to come out. Okay. So crease is black. These are the two changes which I have done. Now select the material, which is beast material, which is blend. You have bump mapping. So what I'll be doing is I'll not be selecting this. I have selected this one, but middle click on this. Middle click. Just take your cursor. Just select the beast texture. Bring your cursor here. Middle click. Drag and drop on bump. Drag and drop on bump mapping. So what happens now is this is the output you get. Got it? This guy, he looks scary now. This is the output we get. So what I did is just click on the beast text, middle click on the bump, drag and drop onto bump mapping. This is the output. Now, so this is a bump 3D. When you click on this, you get this value, bump depth. Okay, you can play with the depth now. But in real, the character looks like this, but in rendering, this is the output. In IPR, this is the output you get. Okay. Now under bump depth, if I give negative value, let's say if I give -1, the cells goes inside. See, these cells are going inside. Okay. But if I give positive value, the cells are coming outside. So the best value what we can give is 0.5. 0.5, 0.3, you can give something. This is something, like which you can achieve. You can create a monster model, okay, and you can come up with this particular style. Okay, any doubts up to here how to achieve this output? Bhavanga MD, any doubts?
Clear, sir. I'm okay.
This is
Sorry, sir.
yeah.
Yes, I have a question about the Maya software rendering, sir.
Okay.
When I try to render the head, it's like it's in hard mode, not in the soft mode.
Okay, got it. I got your question. Now, what I'll do, I'll just turn off my divisions to 0 and I'm gonna render this guy. See what happens. You get hard mode, right? Okay, for time being, let me apply a default Lambert material. I'm gonna render this. You get hard mode. This is what you're getting, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how do you make it soft? First thing, I'm in hard mode now. I delete by type history. Okay, see my history is clear. I have selected my character face. Okay, my history is clear. So this guy is in hard mode. See, my character is in hard mode. What you have to do is you need to smooth your mesh, right? Go to mesh, you have to smooth this. After deleting history, you need to smooth. What happens when you do smooth? You'll get the divisions will multiply. Okay, it will double the division. Okay, now it is smooth. And don't delete history after that. Once you do that, you cannot reduce the mesh. But how do we reduce the mesh count? By just changing the division to 0, it will automatically reduce. By increasing to 1, it will make it smoother. Now you render, you get smooth. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts? Great. Let's do one thing. Create this particular structure. Okay, means for your entire character, or try to come up with some beast character, and you can come up with this particular output. Okay, so this is how to show the skill set, or a logic behind this also. Okay, I'll just go to graph network. You can take a snapshot of this and you can add this in your show reel also, so that it will show you how good you are in connecting nodes also. Okay, this is a technical skill. Doing this is an artistic skill, but this is a technical skill. Okay, got it? Any doubts?
Yes, I have another question.
Yes, man, go ahead, please.
Yes. When is the exam, sir?
Good question. Exams will be in January.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what I told you, right? Another 3 more model is there. Rigging, which is a bit more technical. After rigging, you have animation. After animation, you have VFX. Okay. So hardly 2 months, man. So it's September, October, November, December. Okay. Anyhow, in December, you'll get study break also. 2.5 months, the course will be completed. Okay, great then. Do this and share me the final output. Okay, and try to complete the character modeling properly if you guys haven't done. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, bye.